This is the Osprey Farpoint 70. This can be considered a convertible backpack or a convertible piece of luggage. Falls into Osprey's kind of adventure, travel, and trekking category. Comes in two different sizes to fit a wider variety of wearers. And for the most part, the cubic inch volume on the entire pack is going to be around 4,000 cubic inches. The two main features that make the Farpoint 70 stand out, as well as give it that kind of adventure, travel, trekking classification instead of being a piece of luggage or a backpack, are going to be the detachable front day pack as well as the tuck-away hideable suspension system on the back of the pack. So the Farpoint 70 incorporates all of the typical craftsmanship quality materials that you would expect from an Osprey pack. So you've got good construction, good durability here. I'll show you some points on the outside of the front of the pack here. You can see Osprey's using kind of that like straitjacket design system here as a compression. So you've got one point here, and they buckle across the top. So you can really lock a load in there tightly, and I like this kind of clean profile they put where that buckle attaches behind it. It's really great, especially for airline travel, where you don't want the kind of buckles getting snagged or caught on conveyor belts. So it just sort of offers a really clean look to the pack, as well as protects those buckles a little bit more on the front, but you still get that nice wrap and compression that you would expect from an Osprey pack. So after you've unbuckled those compression straps, exposing some zippers here, you can see the red tab. This is attached to a zipper that runs around this pack on the pocketing you see on the front. Whole thing is detachable in that manner. You can remove it. You can see it leaves behind a very clean front on the body of the pack. So if you're using this separately as a piece of luggage, and this works great if you're doing some air travel because you can check this bag and then have this day pack as your carry-on, and you can also use that way when you get where you're going. You can leave this at your hostel and your hotel and have this small bag to take with you out for the day. So the removable day pack on the Osprey Farpoint 70 is everything you would need in a small day pack. Haven't cut any corners here just because it came attached to a piece of luggage. It's going to be a full-featured day pack. You've got your mesh outside storage spaces here. Those points that were protecting your compression and the buckles initially now work as great latch points if you need to tie something onto the outside of this. You've got a small pocket at the top here. Not a whole lot of space in there, runs about just this area, you know, enough to throw your wallet or a phone in. The inside of the pack opens up. This is a panel loader. And we'll get this out of the way. You can see there's a nice space here. I've got a jacket tucked in there as well as a hat and my scarf. And then you've got some pocketing here as well. There's a nice little mesh pocket, which is great for keys, phone, chapstick, little items you need to get to. There is a buckle to secure this larger stretch pocket. I've got a couple of magazines in there, but it'd be a great place to tuck either a small laptop or a tablet as well. And there is a little bit of padding from the back panel that kind of helps protect that. We'll turn around and take a look here. You do get a full mesh back panel. This is padded. Fully complete shoulder straps. Wicking mesh on the back of those, as well as being padded and very comfortable. You get an adjustable hip belt. This is just a webbing style hip belt, and it is removable, so you could leave it at home if it's not something you're going to need on such a smaller day pack. Sternum strap with a safety whistle, all the adjustability you expect of any other Osprey's day packs. And these guys tuck away, so you kind of lengthen up those straps. They fit down inside behind that mesh panel here. So when you go to reattach this to the back of the piece of luggage, it's got a nice, clean, tuck-away shoulder strap system there. And you can see there's a small port here designed to run headphones out. It does go into the main body of the pack here. So in a pinch, if you were doing some traveling and want to do a little bit of a hiking, you could actually take this day pack, you know, and take that tablet out and throw a hydration bladder in there as well, and use this as your exit port for the hydration tube. So to get into the main body of this pack, you've got a large U-shaped zipper that runs the edge here. It is a lockable zipper, so if you needed to lock that for some reason, you could. Folds back, peels back, just like a nice piece of luggage. So you can see you can pack a decent amount of stuff in here. And a nice feature is that Osprey includes these compression straps. So you can pack a lot of stuff in there, use this buckled compression strap to really tighten that stuff down, you have one down here as well, so you get two on the main body of the compartment, as well as two smaller mesh zippered pockets here. It's a great place to stow your toiletries or socks and underwear. And the rest of the inside of the pack is just one large open pocket. So here's a look at the front of the Farpoint 70 without that detachable day pack. You can see you can utilize those compression panels again to make that nice and clean and get the size of the pack down if you need to. Osprey's included a variety of just attachment, gear attachment, lash points here. You'll find them around the pack. They do put this really nice padded handle here, so you can kind of lift this up, carry it like a piece of luggage on its side. There's one on the top as well. It's also nice for stowing it on and off a bus or a train or plane if you're flying with it. The suspension and support of this pack is built off of one of Osprey's light wire frames. It's kind of running around the edge of the pack here. And then you do have a fairly full padded suspension system here. You'll notice this is a nice padded mesh back paneling. It's a little stiff, so anything you've got in the bag isn't going to be digging into your back. You've got fully padded shoulder straps and a hip belt. They're completely adjustable and include all of your standard straps you would expect to find on a backpack, adjustment points here, as well as at the front of the waist for adjustability. You've got your sternum strap. Again, this outer pack also includes a safety whistle, adjustability points here, and load lifter straps at the top. So you can get a great fit out of this pack. If you're wearing it traveling long distances, maybe you need to take a couple-mile hike to get to wherever it is you're going to stay that night, you can load your equipment in here and go ahead and carry it with this pack, and it's going to carry very similar to a backpack in that sense and offer the same sort of comfort and some of that support. As I mentioned earlier, the Farpoint 70 is a convertible backpack or a convertible piece of luggage, however you'd like to look at it. And all of this strapping and padding, the harness and the hip belt, as you can see here, tucks away into this zippered panel. It's very streamlined, very clean, and really converts this pack into an actual piece of luggage that's easy to travel with. So added bonus feature that Osprey includes on the Farpoint pack, which is just a really great idea in my opinion. Anybody who's doing travel, and particularly through airports or any sort of a country that's foreign to them, and they want to keep all their stuff kind of with them and together, this is perfect. So you take this detachable day pack that has an extra set of Fastex buckles at the top here that appear to not attach to anything. You've got another set up here on the shoulder straps of the piece of luggage. They buckle together like this. And then your hands free, you can carry all of your important documents, your computer, anything you're concerned about, maybe potentially someone stealing, or things you just want to have at your fingertips to get to your wallet, pick up a drink in the airport. Extremely comfortable. I can barely feel the weight. It's anchored at a perfect point in the shoulder strap where it really ties into the suspension system of the pack. It's a very comfortable, easy way to access things. It's just one more added feature and fantastic reason to purchase this pack if you're thinking of doing any sort of adventure travel or trekking.